Morning, everybody. Welcome. What day is this? Tuesday, I believe. Lost tabs. And today we're going to be talking about reducing the risk factors of heart disease. So once again, I'm broadcasting live from Florida, my new home. And as we still battle through this COVID thing, I'm not going to go there today, but I want to talk about a new article that comes out of Ohio State University. And this is an important one for any of you that may have any risk factors for heart disease. What's that mean? Are you overweight? Do you have diabetes? Do you have high blood pressure? Do you have a genetic link? Did mom or dad have heart disease? Think about that just for a minute. Because if that's true and you're sitting back saying, hey, look, I'm 52 and I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have any kind of other issues, this isn't for me. And I'm saying, yes, this is. This is an important factor. This is new information. It's important to understand the risk factors for heart disease can be modulated. Sure, you need to stop smoking. Sure, you need to exercise. Sure, you need to watch what you eat. And you get down the whole list. But scientists have now discovered a very important factor that's been overlooked for decades now. Scientists have discovered that one of the good bacteria found in the human gut has a benefit that has remained unrecognized until now. The potential to reduce the risk of heart disease. You know, we've been talking about me being called the gut guy and going over and over again about the importance of gut health. The bacteria's activity in the intestines reduces the production of a chemical that's been linked to the development of clogged arteries. So it's not a statin. Think about this for a minute. This should be on the news this morning because in the Journal of the American Medical Association over the last 2 or 3 weeks becomes more and more praises for statin use, even in children. After this chemical is manufactured in the gut, the chemical enters the bloodstream, travels to the liver, where it's converted into its most harmful form. The Ohio State University researchers have traced the bacteria's behavior to a family of proteins that they suspect could explain other ways that good gut organisms can contribute to human health. In essence, these microbes compete with the bad bacteria for access to the same nutrients in the gut. And if the good bacteria win, they may prevent heart problems that can result from how the body metabolizes food. Watch what you eat. Be very careful of what you eat. The camera keeps going crooked. There we go. Watch what you eat. Be very careful. Now I'm crooked the other direction. There we go. And watch the cholesterol in your food. You know, how many times have doctors told you, go on a low-fat diet? They have no clue what that means. Much more work is ahead, but the scientists see potential for this microbe. It's called Eubacterium limosum, to be used for therapeutic purposes in the future. Now, God gave us the concept of producing this thing in our gut. It's there. How does medicine see this? Just think about this for a mess. You know, if you're interested in how the pharmaceutical industry works, we find something that is normally present in the human body that can be accentuated by using a naturopathic method. But we're going to try to synthetically make it in the lab, put it in a prescription bottle, and charge you for it. Eubacterium limosum could be used for therapeutic purposes. Previous research has already shown the bacterium is good because it calms inflammation in the gut. You know, how many times have we said inflammation is the root of all heart disease? Over the last decade, it's become apparent that bacterium in the human gut influence our health in many ways. The organism we studied affects health by preventing a problematic compound from becoming a worse one, said Joseph Krasicki, professor of microbiology at Ohio State. It's too soon to say whether this bacterium could have therapeutic value. Look, I guess in the same way, could you isolate this and put it into a capsule? I imagine you could. Would it not be better to take an ultra probiotic or one of our probiotic strains with anybody, everybody, and just work on letting your body protect itself on its own? You know, let me just say this. My dad died in his early 50s of an abdominal aneurysm. I was diagnosed with the starts of this at age 39. Scary. If I knew that I had one of the same predicating factors that my father did, and I came after years, hand to God, I smoked in the past. I really did. I didn't eat well in the past. I really did. I've been an exercise person most of my life. I really did. But when we look at this and say, I've been taking probiotics for probably 20 years now, a lot of them. And it's become a standard bottom line entity for me forever. And over the years, because of my kidney cancer almost 10 years ago, I go in once a year for an ultrasound of my whole abdominal area. And this past year, for the first time, that look-see at an abdominal aneurysm wasn't there. Could it be that after so many years of taking care of yourself, that the body regressed this? I can't publish that. Shh, my puppies. The chemical link to the clogged arteries that characterizes atherosclerosis is called trimethylamine, or TMA. It's produced during metabolism when some intestinal microbes, generally the bacteria considered unhelpful to the humans, interacts with certain nutrients from food. Among those nutrients is L-carnitine, a chemical compound found in meat and fish that's also used as a nutritional supplement to improve recovery after exercise. Rizicki and his colleagues discovered that E-limosium interacts with L-carnitine in a different way in the gut that eliminates L-carnitine role in the production of TMA. The researchers attribute the bacteria's beneficial behavior to a protein called, you don't need to know that, an enzyme that cuts specific molecules off compounds. You don't need to know that. It's called demethylation. Demethylation. You hear us talk often about the inability of some people to methylate. The bacterium does this for its own benefit, but it has the downstream effect of reducing the toxicity of TMA. Until now, the only gut microbial reaction with L-carnitine involved converting it into its bad form. In these interactions, L-carnitine functions as a growth substrate, a compound consumed so organisms can live and grow and also target for enzyme activity. Think about that for a minute if you are an exerciser. It's one of the reasons L-carnitine is so powerful. But if you don't have enough good bacteria, it can become a problem. MTCB, this molecule, is part of a family of proteins with thousands of representatives that may use different compounds and change what nutrient bacteria consume in the gut. These proteins may have very similarly chemical, but using different compounds obviously can create big changes as far as biology goes. There. We're going to file this under probiotics. It's another in the long stream. If you want to know more about our different forms that are available, from powders to capsules to all the forms in between, simply call our office at 678-228-8900, 678-228-8900. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to be back and do an article on fertility. So make sure you go to our YouTube page on our website, thenutritionshop.net. Check it out. Share it with others. God bless you, folks. And I'll see you back here tomorrow with more news. This is Len Branswitz signing off from Tarpon Springs, Florida. Take care.